Hi, can I help you? Do you have a question?
It's a lot I got to ask you.
We'll make it quick.
How do you feel to be the motherfucking queen of the world?
Well, honey, I've been the queen so long, you know. How does the sun feel to be the motherfucking sun? You know what I mean? Any more questions, guys, gals?
Okay, I know this is late and all, but I just had this thought, bro. What if Harry's the type to grab your ass, right? But he also grabs your... And not only that, he cups it to... I hope y'all know what I'm talking about. Oh my god. And then he whispers in your ear and is like, you like that?
On Amazon Prime, there's a category called Movies for Cats. And I put it on and went to bed.
Do you get deja vu when she's with you? Do you get deja vu?
I am not accusing anyone of anything. I just think there are a few suspicious things that are happening, and I kind of want to share with you guys. So I noticed a few days ago that all of these flies were coming in through this air conditioning vent. And look at all of these flies. They're getting in through all of my air conditioning vents. And then the worst part is when I walked into this room, which is my room, there was a very distinct smell of like rotting meat. So I emailed my HOA and I asked them if anyone else was complaining about all of these flies getting in through the vents. They said no one's reached out to them. I have already killed about 100 flies and they just keep coming back. The reason this is suspicious is because we all share air conditioning. All of these units. Suspicious?
Mom, I'm in the doctor's office. I need you to answer a few questions that I don't remember. What is my blood type? I put okay. I wrote dust next to allergies. What's my social security number? I don't remember it because that way if somebody attacks me and they ask me for it, I can't give it. Did I have any prior, incidents? I don't remember having a concussion. That probably has affected me my whole life. My God, I panicked and I wrote Irish for my race. I'm trying to focus, but my head hurts, probably from the concussion. This question about the armed forces, every time it's like, no, I didn't, I'm sorry. Where's that? I answered no for that. Because I've never had a tetanus shot. No one has ever put tetanus in me. Tetanus? You understand that my blood pressure is going to be through the roof now because you're making me so upset. You're making me so... My concussion is so strong right now. I'm not panicking, you're just stressing me out. Yes, I'm ready.
Well, how many white people, when they're little kids, look white? Now they look and they sit out in the sun all day to look black. And the suntan lotion business is a multi-billion-dollar business. Nobody says nothing about that. They do, you know. They're trying to be other than what they are, but that's okay, I guess, right?
Stop. I'm blushing over here. You know I'm shy.
What is wrong with me? By the time my mother was this age, she had at least 50 Cool Whip tubs. She had over 40 Country Crock containers. She had sheets and sheets of aluminum foil pressed and stacked. What have I done with my life?
Bees had been living in this washing machine and I was called to remove them. So I carefully lifted the lid, and I found a beautiful hive full of honey and very gentle bees. When I looked inside, I saw layer after layer of fresh honeycomb. The bees had worked so hard to build this hive, and I wanted to do everything I could to preserve it for them. So I started to remove the outermost parts of the hive with nectar and honey. Then I reached the heart of the hive, the brood nest. This is where the queen lays eggs and where the baby bees are born. Everything that I removed from the washing machine would be given right back to the bees in their new hive, but these pieces of comb were pretty big, so I had to cut them in half to fit into the wooden frames of the new hive. I secured each piece of comb to a frame using rubber bands, then I put the comb into the new hive. Next, I started scooping bees out of the washing machine and putting them into the new hive. As a professional beekeeper, the most important part of my job is being able to understand bee behavior, and I could tell that these bees felt comfortable with me as we worked together. After most of the comb had been removed from the washing machine, I looked around and suddenly I saw the queen at the back of the washing machine. She was a strong and beautiful queen, so I put her in a clip to keep her safe and I put her in the new hive. It looked like most of the colony had moved to the outside of the washing machine, so I used my smoker to herd them into the new hive using a little bee bridge I made for them. I scooped a few more handfuls of straggler bees into the new hive. Then I left the new hive there all afternoon. When I returned just before sunset, most of the bees had moved into the new hive, so I loaded the bees into my truck and we drove home. I had just enough daylight left, but I was able to get them settled into their new home in my apiary, and it was another great day of saving the bees.
The reason I tuck when I go out in public is pretty simple: safety. And the reason why I don't have surgery, or the reason why I tuck instead of go out and get the surgery, is, to be honest, surgeries aren't 100% perfect. I read one statistic where they said only 75% of trans women were able to have an orgasm after having the surgery. I'm not sure how accurate that statistic is, but it was enough to scare me. And everything works. It works fine. I don't mind tucking. If it's not broken, why fix it? This is my own personal view. I support any trans women or trans men who want to have surgeries. Just because I don't want surgery doesn't mean it's not right for somebody else. I don't know their experience. I don't know what their dysphoria is like. We're all on different journeys. Incidentally, I have been with a trans woman who has had bottom surgery, and I can tell you that having gotten familiar with it both inside and out, I can tell you it was good.
Here's my problem with moths. Moths are nocturnal creatures, meaning they only come out at night, and yet they're attracted to light. They come out at a famously dark time looking for light. Hey, moths, here's a suggestion. Wake up a little bit earlier, and you can see this awesome light called the sun, you stupid fucking creatures.